Okay, I can do this. I can do this. There's, what about, like, 250 of them? 374, sir. 374? I can't do this in front of 374 people. Are you kidding me? I cannot do that. Need I play the presentation, sir? You are granted to do that. Now. Alright, I'm off. And without further ado, William Afton, the overused FNAF villain. Previously on Goldenprix. Isn't that great? Just forgotten about the character, who's replaced by Afton, a character we get too much. And Afton's use is something I want to dive deeper into in another video, but I need you to come home, please. No, the streets need me. Now, on Goldenprix. Wow, 377 subscribers is insane. I'm genuinely in disbelief that I've gotten this far. And I want to thank you all, really. Anyways, William Afton, the villain, the bad guy, the overused nerd. Yes, I, Goldenprix, will be the first person to ever make a video on how William is overused. I am truly an innovator, I know. Now, you might be asking, how is he over? William Afton is referenced in FNAF 1 as the perpetrator of the missing child incident, in which it said he's been arrested. He wasn't. Then, William shows up physically in FNAF 2, where he is shown doing the missing child incident. Then, in FNAF 3, William is now the main villain, where after being springlocked, becomes springtrap. And then, he's also in FNAF 4, where he is shown putting a man in a suit. Of course, his voice is in Sister Location. He's back as Jimmy Neutron. He's a digital monster. Twice. And he's Burntrap come Security Breach. But that's not all. He's also in the books, where he gets another storyline to himself. And in Fazbear Frights, where he gets hospitalized, baby-ized, garbage-ized, and much more. That is just the tip of the William iceberg. This isn't mentioning AR skins and this. Needless to say, he's in the games. A ton. But he's the main villain, I hear you scream at your laptops. Yeah, but come on, how many times can the main villain last? Darth Vader is in less content than this man is. The fact William is used this much is just staggering and comical even. How many times will we hear, "I'll always come back"? Too many times. The answer is too many times. Now why? Why is William overused? What makes him? So it's easy. Using William is like using a pawn in chess. It's easy, and usually not many complain. But much like using a nuke in chess, people started to complain. More often than not, I see people discuss disdain for William's return as being too repetitive. And haven't I made it obvious? I agree. William is an overused villain. We can all agree on that. But how can William been used better? Let me suggest something. Stay with me here, because I'm going to sound like Charlie Day in Always Sunny. William should have stayed dead in FNAF 3. What? That's too early, I hear you scream again. But let's be honest here, every appearance of William after this game was straight up goofy. From Egghead to Glitch Guy, he's been nothing but a joke since the third game. I'm suggesting that Baby should have taken up the role as the main antagonist in Sister Location. FNAF 6 carries on, minus Egghead. FNAF VR then gets tricky, but not too tricky, because I suggest that it sets up a William cult. The idea was mentioned in game theory, and I liked it because I felt the Afton cult could have been used on a commentary on how people view killers today. Then, of course, it would continue as normal in Security Breach, minus the Afton ending, where instead it's a Vanny ending, suggesting her death in the fire, but having her do what Afton couldn't: escape the flames. Sounds neat, right? Well, too bad. We live in a world where William Afton is a cash cow and used over and over and over. And that's disappointing. And I know I'm beating a dead, always reviving horse by making this video, but it needs to be reminded. Maybe if enough people don't want Afton, we won't get Afton. I don't want this video to come off as, I hate Afton, I hate the FNAF story, because that's not true. I deeply enjoy Afton's character and the FNAF story, but it could be better. A lot better. And I hope it improves. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But maybe not, because I have a good reason to believe Afton survived the Afton ending. Of course, we see Burntrap get dragged away into a fiery grave, but until we see Sydney shoot him, he always comes back.
This is the moment when the supposedly dead killer comes back to life for one last scare.
Not in my movie.
Haven't we learned? I do not have high hopes that Afton won't be in the new Ruin DLC because it's too easy to bring him back. Afton has become a joke, a laughingstock for the FNAF community. There's nothing intimidating about him. He's memed to hell and back, and no one talks about how Springtrap is scary. You know why? Because he's not. He isn't scary in the slightest, from his knife arm to his coconut forehead. He's just a goofball. Neither is Glitchtrap. Yeah, in VR, he's scary. In VR. This might be controversial, but I don't think Glitchtrap is all that terrifying. The context of some of his scenes are spooky, but I never felt truly disturbed by his appearance. I get that he's supposed to be a children's mascot, but he's shown too much. In my last video, I discussed Skinamarink and how it uses a don't show policy, and while I don't think Glitchtrap should have been shown in just his chest from like 40 miles away, I believe it's better for him to be shown in darkness, obscured, and I may have fibbed a little bit earlier because there is a form I find disturbing of him. The scene where he is far away waving at you. It's scary. It's a good use of Glitchtrap. But he isn't like that come his other appearances. You see him in somewhat bright rooms. Wow, it was so spooky. In Burntrap, I mean, come on. It's Burntrap. Are you kidding me? He's not scary at all. God.